There's something very wrong in California and Los Angeles. Very, very wrong. Maybe they're getting muscled, the studios, and they dropped off a lot of too many black. And I can't believe that they've, that's somebody's permission and somebody's cooperation. I don't think so. And those white men, by habit and by history, and there's no way they have as many black doing something if they weren't somehow forcing their way. So maybe there's some type of black mafia doing something, or some black organized crime, or something like that. Not working. Not working the system, but doing something else. And white men just let it go. Black, so what? Let the mess go on the way it is. I mean, look what's going on with Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Lucian Grange. How crazy. I mean, there have been squabbles and fighting before. Very famous. Was it James Garner? He's probably the most famous ever fight with Universal. For years, people laughed about it and joked. It was something funny. But now, there's supposedly somebody did a drive-by in Drake's, from his house, and his security got shot, and they're blaming that on the rap beef. It could be something else. Drake may not be telling everybody what happened, but he says in the lawsuit that it was the beef, escalating beef. After all, Kendrick Lamar's crib. Drake's with the Bloods. The Tupac trial is coming up. I can see the two different sides about to go at each other. It's about to be a war, I believe, again. There was some type of truce that went down in the 90s. And then they started trying to work together and live, coexist. And you can see it around Los Angeles. It's done damage. And it's got it so that if you give one group something, you have to give the other one something too. And I'm sure that put a strain on these companies out here, because they just don't have the money to go around for all of that. So it really did mess up the entertainment industry. Certainly the music industry messed it up. Why, although Drake's very talented, is he getting $400 million? I mean, he should maybe have gotten, 100 million, maybe 200 million. And then maybe there's somebody else who got 100 million, and somebody else got 50 million, somebody else got $25 million deal. But Drake got the whole 400 million. And when the other side, the Kendrick Lamar side, sees that, of course they're going to start messing with Drake. They're going to start messing with him to get some of that pie. Someone told me years ago, I had a meeting with, who told me how there was only so much pie to go around, and that, especially in the movie business he was talking about years ago, and there's only so much pie to go around. So everybody is vying for that pie. Now there's even less pie. So you keep seeing a lot of inferior work just so everybody eats. I think that's how they phrase it. Everybody gets to eat. Everybody's going to eat, etc. So that means whether everybody's good enough or not, qualified or not, that they're making these companies take them and not give them a proper return on their dollars. So the company is giving to a lot of these, I'm talking about black now, okay? And then you have, like I said, 6 different sides, and all of them have to be getting and doing something, or they start problems for the entertainment companies. So I think the entertainment company just said 10%. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to do a 10% output, money for 10%. That's it, and no more. That's all we have. So that cut everything down. So what part of it that there is out there, they're fighting for, vying for, and now we got smearing for. They're smearing each other for the remaining dollars, or for those dollars that are available. That's why I don't have my deal, because they kind of blocked me off years ago so that they could do this, so that only certain groups could control a certain part of it. And when they didn't get what they wanted, they'd start shooting. Yeah, so that's why you see in this lawsuit someone saying, no, he cannot be allowed to say that in his lyrics, because that is fighting words and that will cause bloodshed. So people looking at that are seeing a Crip calling a blood something bad. And because they've had this thing where they both sides are trying to get something from this one company, Universal, UMG, or wherever that is, UMG. If it's a subsidiary of Universal or a sister company of Universal, I don't even know what UMG is, but it's some company headquartered in Europe. I know that, but it's kind of for, I think, Atlantic may be a part of it, and then Epic. So you've got 3 different companies and 4 or 6 different groups. And the one at UMG is probably the most prominent and the most volatile, I guess you would say. So here we go. Already Sean and the Southside Crips, and the trial coming up for the Keefe D and all that, and then here we go. Now we have Drake, and then we got Kendrick Lamar, who I think just started a feud out of whole cloth just so he could push Drake's buttons and start this, so that money is at risk and can be divvied up So it wouldn't all go back to Drake, a whole big $400 million pie for Drake to sit and eat by himself. I think the Crips saw that what they were going to do is just push him over some, push Drake over, and they did it, or they're doing it, this a few thing in this name calling. It had to get that serious because $400 million is serious money. So to mess with that, they had to say something serious. And here I am. That's why I'm here. Believe me. And that's why I'm saying no to Cardi B. It's going to be no. No to Atlantic. No to UMG. And no to Epic too. That's why I'm here. Because my big whole pie to myself, they messed with it until I took the pie and threw it down. Nobody got it. I had a whole big pie too, worth about $2 billion for myself, by myself. And when they started messing with me, I took the whole thing and threw it down on the ground. So there it goes, $2 billion worth of pie on the ground. So they moved on to the next one. But I did it on purpose. I threw it down because I'm looking at Los Angeles. And no, I don't want to work with all these folks. I don't want to give all of them, all these groups, something. I don't want to hire all these minorities. I don't want to have that film, that third world film industry. So rather than be bothered with all of that I don't like, doesn't have anything to do with the way I work or what I do, I just threw it down in the dirt. So now, nobody gets it. 2043, 2093. That's how long it'll be before I bake another one. I baked my own pie. Drake baked his own pie and took it to Universal, took it to markets, and got $400 million for it. Well, rather than let Drake have that $400 million pie to himself in a renegotiation or whatever, they started messing with him to mess it up. I believe that's what happened. Kendrick Lamar is in no way the same league Drake is under any way, shape, or form. Just not even close. They're in two whole different leagues. One in indie of some sort, and one a studio man or a studio act. On the lot, off the lot. And I think this is something that is playing out as a fight, a war in many different cities. You've got Yo Gotti versus Dolph in the Grape Streets. Then you have, well, there were other similar contests. So I left UMG alone. I have no interest. And so I see now that UMG is going around the world signing people, signing different subsidiaries or sub-labels or whatever you want to call it, to get away from that, to get away from California and this Kendrick Lamar versus Drake mess. That is why UMG is doing this with so many now, like satellites, companies or satellite labels or signings in different parts of the world to put this whole mess down, to smother it out. I'll say squash it out, but it doesn't look like it's getting squashed. And it could be, like they said, wind up, or some people are predicting will wind up in some type of violent shootout or something like that. And they're saying, well, we hope not. Look what's happened. FBG versus King Von. They're both gone. Tupac Biggie, they're both gone. Who else? That's what the lawsuit is saying. It can cause violence if Kendrick Lamar is allowed to diminish Drake's $400 million pie by calling him those dirty names and being able to just say that. Just bold-face, up out, straight up lie. Tell lies. They're not the only ones doing that. They're just telling bold-face, flat-out lies. And so Drake is saying he wants Universal to stop Kendrick Lamar. What I think should happen is Universal should reissue the song. I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar, okay? I never listened to his records. But they should make him reissue it and take that line out. Just take it out. Just edit it out. Take it off of all the platforms and put on a new version of the song without that in it. And then Drake's reissue a new version of his song without his insult at Kendrick Lamar. So they both need to reissue those records, new ones, re-record them, take those lines out of both, and there you have it. And if Kendrick Lamar performs his song at the Super Bowl, maybe Drake should be able to perform his at the Super Bowl, and both of them perform without those lines in the song. See? I would have been a very good executive. I threw it down in the dirt. The $2 billion a year pie, somebody told me. I was baking $2 billion a year pies. And it just totally, I can't believe what started to happen because of that. And I hadn't even realized that that was the value of my pies. I was just baking pies. Yeah. And someone told me what my pies were worth. And then I realized why I kept having to go to the Justice Department. And I just pushed the whole thing, turned the whole table over, all the pies, on the floor in the dirt. That was it. And bye. No more pie baking. I'll do something else. And I've been doing something else. Now, how's that for an analogy? Yeah. So I believe that is what happened to my umbrella deal, but it would not have been at Universal. It would not have been at Warner Brothers. Cardi B is there. UMG has their people. Let them stay there. There was one left, Epic. So maybe I should have been at Sony, but I dropped it and decided, no, that's okay. I don't want to do anything with music. I'm not a rapper and not really a singer. My music was only a part of some other form, some other medium, movies, not TV. So I was able to say, well, that's okay. I don't need to do the music. I don't need any soundtracks for my movies. I canceled all that. A lot of people got angry, and so there you go. I didn't get anything. I dropped it all and started doing something else. But, yes, so I think maybe there should be some type of a truce already. Drake's, I really didn't understand what was going on with it. I thought Drake was just upset because they were saying he lost the rap battle or whatever. What rap battle is he doing? Battling. He's not a battle rapper. He hadn't been taking on any battle of Kendrick Lamar, who's still crip walking, okay? And Drake had 400 million versus somebody still crip walking. Nowhere are they in the same league. No way. But here we go. The Crips were allowed to do that. They were allowed to mess up a very big blood affiliated commodity talent called Drake. And by the way, I think that's why the Crips made this dirty move, because the Bloods are so prominent and dominant in market share, in earnings, in dollars, in popularity. You got Cardi B, you got Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Drake, Lil Wayne, Cardi B, ATMs in his bank account, 2 Chainz, all of them very big dollar earners compared to the Crips. Crips minuscule. And I don't like no Crips, no how, but they're minuscule. Blueface is doing people fighting in mud wrestling or whatever he doing, okay? And he can't rap on the beat, and he had one hit, and then remade that with Cardi B's face after they bullied her about some blue flu fur coat. Okay, so that type of thing. But it's come off to being something uglier than just the blue fur coat mess with Cardi B. Now it's about to be something else. Shots fired around Drake's property. No bankers, no financiers, no China money, no India money, because I'm looking at this. I should have long been in a high rise on the Upper East Side or in the Hamptons or whatever I was supposed to be. I think I said Bel Air, not Beverly Hills. So, yeah, this is it. This is what California does when you say no and throw down a table of pies worth $2 billion a pie. Yeah, a bunch of pies. I threw them down in the dirt. There's no way I'm going to have all this. I'm not going to be put in the fray of filth. Absolutely not. I canceled it all, shut it down, shut down the line, and that was that. I don't want UMG. I don't want Atlantic. I don't want Empire. I don't want Epic, although Sir Howard Stringer and his son were where I was supposed to be with my work, but I just went ahead and found another medium through which to do my music, and I went ahead and did it, and I'm glad. So I'm not with any label because my work can't go to any of the big three because they're all suing. They're suing my studio, my recording studio that I use, so I can't be with them, and that's good. I'm very pleased with my work. But now I understand, being here since 2018, seeing what I've seen around here, they're joking. They're joking. Where does UMG get $400 million? I'd like to ask him. Not that Drake doesn't deserve it. He probably deserves some of that. There's some others out there who probably deserve some deals. Maybe the next one, 25 million, something like that. I can't name anybody who should have 400 million. I can't name anyone. Drake. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the money back from Drake. They're trying to take the money backpedal. They don't have it. And they're trying to have money to give all of these other different satellite labels around the world that UMG is signing. I've been reading that. Look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. Okay? I decided, okay, let's play hardball then. Okay, it's all right. Let's play hardball. I watched Viacom say $16 billion in debt, and then started sweating, and I was okay with what I was seeing. Yeah, they're in debt $16 billion. Okay, no, this is a few $100s. Inconvenience a little bit, but no $16 billion in debt here. $7 billion in assets. Maybe it's what I have. I have video games. That could come to be something, possibly. I have a design business. That could come to be something. But no work for the agents. No, I don't need any agents. It's CGI. I don't need to hire any talent. And a lot went on a few years back. Like I said, there's some circumstances mitigating in my situation. And it wasn't just after I got here and saw what had happened, how they were trying to divvy everything up, these street gangs, and then these other side crimes going on, run alongside the entertainment industry. It's just running all in the line of the entertainment industry, messing with it, and I didn't want to do any of that, so I threw it all down. I threw it away. and got something else. So I have no work for talent, live talent, and CGI. And I'm happy. I'm happy with my other enterprises that don't involve entertainment industry, because look what they did. They didn't, they moved me aside. My whole block pie factory, they moved. And I was like, okay. Y'all sure you want to do that? You sure you want? Okay. And I turned the table over, and there went the pies. And now everybody's looking stupid. Like, what? Well, who threw our pies down? I threw them down. I will not look at this. This is very much horseshit. But let me look outside and see if I see smoke. No, but it could be on its way this way because of how they were doing me in that entertainment industry, how they're doing the citizens of California, a bunch of rich people who now have nowhere to live because they let it burn down. They don't care anymore about California. They just don't care. I discovered that when I got here and started trying to tell people California doesn't care anymore about its citizens, about its people. For some reason, it does not. It's no longer welcome to California, have a nice day. None of that. Paper or plastic, no. No. None of that. This place is hell. And it got hellfire and brimstone set to it. Only it wasn't prepared for it, and it wasn't expecting it. Nobody was expecting it. I kept saying California's going to fall into the ocean. It's so lousy. But here we go. There was the dirty bunch of whoever's there are sitting around, and they made sure it didn't fall into the ocean, that it caught fire. So there you go. Yeah. But I was content to say goodbye anyway. I'm leaving, so whatever it is they were going to do with this place, I didn't care. I was ready to get the hell out of here. I didn't care. I didn't realize they really were going to do something to the place. And they really did. But back to why. Okay. Why nobody makes a decision. They're all scared to tell one side or the other, oh no, you're not going to mess with him, and oh no, you're not going to mess with her. They're scared to say anything. And I think LAPD, it acts like they're scared to say anything. Yeah, they're scared to say anything. So that's how they were telling me. Well, they're too scared to do anything about that you're talking about. I said, oh, really? Let me throw small pies down on the ground and see what's going to happen when the bean counters get over there and start adding up the billions of dollars in debt that these entertainment companies have and talent agencies have. Then they're going to realize pies went on the ground that they could have sold and made billions of dollars. I threw them on the ground. Yeah, so I fixed them in a big way. But still, we got Drake suing, saying, do not let him release that song and perform that song, calling me a pedo. And he's calling Kendrick Lamar gay, needs to come off of they both insulted each other, and it went too far, and now things could get bloody, and they need to take it back cut it out of these records, edited it out, put out some new versions, non streaming, that's the only place it can be, take it off, put the new one on, without that on it, these two insulting each other, let them both perform at the Super Bowl, and there you have it. They taunt. And what, we just had a ceasefire? Let's have a ceasefire here too. With this Drake Kendrick thing, so that it can stop. Because something's going to come off when that trial starts anyway, to find out what happened to Tupac Shakur. And that is going to be a situation that LAPD better be ready for, and I don't think they are.